Good day, everyone. Let's see if we have anyone on the call. So, today's session will be around how can we get real hands-on in cybersecurity. It's not an easy process, and unless you have an opportunity to work in a real cybersecurity company, it's going to be very hard to get a real hands-on. So I cannot write down in my CV that I'm familiar with risk assessment or I have a good or a strong knowledge in vulnerability assessment. And I never did that before. All my experience was just to watch a YouTube video or maybe to run the program and play with any of a vulnerability assessment program. So when can I say that I do have a real hands-on in the cybersecurity, and how can I do it in the first place? So today I will share with you some very effective platform from where you can really get hands-on cybersecurity, real projects. So let me jump to my screen and let me show you some of those platforms. So there is a lot of them, to be honest, and it depends on the amount of project and the type of project that you can practice in cybersecurity. So I will go to the Cybersecurity Project Platform 2025. Now, before browsing this platform, let me raise the question, what do I need to have to be able to practice real cybersecurity project? Let's talk about first standard and compliance. If I want to practice ISO 27001 implementation, or if I want to practice NIST 853 implementation, or PCI DSS, if I want to conduct a risk assessment for a real organization, or conduct a gap assessment, if I want to conduct a vulnerability assessment, what do I need? Now, mainly I need few points, or I need specific points that will really help me to practice. First, I need the real data. If I'm conducting a risk assessment and I don't have a real data for a real organization, asset register, information about the organization architecture, information about previous incident, information about the policy and procedures there. If I don't have such information, how can I conduct a risk assessment? How can I know what kind of risk they have or what kind of risk I need to consider? If I don't have details and data about organization, how can I create an information security policy framework or a governance framework? If I don't have information about the organization, how can I plan for a disaster recovery plan? So the point is, first of all, I need to have some information, and it should be consistent. It should be information relevant to a project, not random information. Okay. Second, I need to have a process. I need someone to tell me how can I do the first step, and then how can I do the second step. So we need to have the data, we need to have the process, and finally, we need someone to evaluate what we are doing. If I can get those three elements, this will be quite useful. So I have data about an organization, I have a specific task and a guidance, and then I will do the task, upload it to a platform, and then it will be evaluated. Someone will tell me, yes, you did it the right way, or no, it should be done this way. This is what we provide in those, and actually it's available in different project platforms. But we tried at Infosec to provide that for people who want to practice working on real cybersecurity project. So let me show you a sample of the cybersecurity project that we provide and what kind of data you will get. and how the process works. So in this platform, you will find different kind of projects. Some of them are governance projects, like conducting risk, creating policy, conducting gap assessment. Some of them are technical operational activity, like managing vulnerability assessment, managing enterprise antivirus, managing SIM solution. And you do have access to a real virtual machine with real data. And then you will be requested to do a task. So as you can see, we have tasks related, for example, to conducting gap assessment. So you have all the details related to the organization, and you have all the templates that you need. And then you will be requested to conduct a real gap assessment. We have a task related to information asset register, how to help an organization to create an information asset register. We have a task related to creating a set of policy, information asset policy. There is project, and each one of those projects, it's not just a random project. No, you will have a specific scenario. You will have all the documentation that you need to perform the task. So you have a scenario, you have the documentation, you have all the templates that you need, and then you have a chance to upload your results or your project, and it will be evaluated by one of the team to let you know if you are working fine or not. Beside the activity that it's done, like risk assessment, this is a project related to conducting a risk assessment for a call center. We also provide some of the operational activities. So you will find, for example, incident activity or incident task where the organization has faced an incident and you are requested to create the report and do the investigation and analyze the root cause, the corrective and preventive action. Everything is explained, but the most important, you will get yourself involved. It's not just watching a video, it's an activity with a step-by-step guide, and you will have to do a task eventually in each one of those projects and upload it. Some of those projects are governance and compliance, and some of them are operational, and some of them are pure technical. Okay? So as you can see, those are some of the projects. Let me just zoom in. You will have projects related, for example, to mapping between different control. So if you are working in an organization and you need to align those control with the standard, this is what you will do. You will have project on building business continuity and disaster recovery. And this is extremely important right now. So you will have to conduct a business impact analysis and then plan for the disaster recovery and know how to create. Some of your activity will be yours, and some of the activity related to IT will be already provided here. So all the resources of such project will be there. We will have activity related to high availability, and this is pure technical. How can I configure clustering, or how can I make sure high availability is involved in the project? We will have projects related to access control and identity management. We have projects related to threat intelligence and third-party risk assessment, third-party management, security management. So my main point today, I don't want to spend long time explaining that, but the point is, if there is a platform where you can practice what you are learning, that will be quite useful. And practice means not just to do an activity and you don't know if you did it the right way or not, but it's to do an activity and to have someone to guide you on how to do it. And eventually someone will evaluate if you did it the right way or not. This is the Cybersecurity Project Platform 2025. And within this project, it's not only compliance and standard and governance project, but we also have technical projects. We have labs where you can practice conducting a real vulnerability assessment and generating a real report, or monitoring a SIM solution and start taking action accordingly, or managing an enterprise antivirus on an organization and try to take some action according to relevant or according to incident. So I think this approach may help people who want to really practice. They want to simulate working somewhere and accordingly to be able to practice. And more important, someone should evaluate what they are doing. This is briefly about our project platform. And I'll be more than happy to answer any question if you have. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.